my name is Aida, and now I'm going to explain you some new adjective of personality that it would be very useful if you want to increase your vocabulary for the first certificate exam. The first one is affable. Affable means friendly, someone who is easy to approach or to talk to. For example, you put it in a sentence. He was an affable man with a permanent smile. This permanent smile means that he's friendly and you can talk. The next adjective is neat or tidy. Someone who always wants things to be clean, ordered, or something like that. For example, he's a neat person. Look at his room. It's always tidy. Then plucky, which it means brave. And a sentence could be, the soldiers of the army are plucky just. The next adjective is though, which it means strong, but not strong physically, it means strong with the emotions. For example, despite all he has suffered, he's a really though person. And the following adjective is gregarious, which it means outgoing or sociable, related with people who likes a lot to being with other people. For example, he's gregarious because he's always dealing with other people. This is a good example of gregarious. So here I finished the positive adjective of personality, and now I will continue with negative adjective of personality. The first negative adjective of personality is boastful, which it means arrogant. And for example, it's good to feel proud of your marks, but try not to be boastful. The next adjective is boorish, which it means impolite or rude, which is the same. And a good sentence is, don't be boorish with the old people, because with the old people you have to be always polite. Then we have pompous, which it means self-important, someone who always thinks that he's the best. For example, he sounded very pompous, but nobody was impressed. Then we have sulky, which is an adjective that we use for someone who is always in a bad mood. For example, he is a sulky person, that's why he doesn't have enough. And the last adjective of personality of the negative part of the adjective is shiftless, which is the same as lazy. For example, don't be shiftless and do the work that you have to do. So here I finish with the adjective of personality, and now I'm going to explain some new phrases. The phrasal verb is take after somebody, which it means have the same personality or appearance of someone, especially a relative. For example, he takes after her mother. He has the same brown hair, the same green eyes, etc. Then we have take somebody in, which it means let somebody to stay in your house. For example, my best friend lost his job last month, so I took him in and now he's living in my house. Take somebody in have two meanings. The first one is receive and understand information. For example, the speaker speaks too quickly, so I couldn't take in all the information. And the next meaning is to make the clothes smaller. For example, these trousers are too long, and I have to tuck in to fit it well with me. For take out, we have also two meanings. The first one is related with people, for example, which is take somebody out, which it means take somebody to a restaurant or invite them to the cinema or something like that. For example, I take my boyfriend out to the cinema because it's his birthday. And the second meaning is take something out, which it means remove something for a place. For example, I took out the letter of the envelope. And the last phrasal verb is take over something, which it means take the control of something. For example, Germany took over several territories in the Second World War. So here I finished the part of phrasal verbs, and the last part is related to adjective, which ends with ing or with ed. We use adjective ending plus ing when we describe the personality of somebody. For example, my teacher is boring. It means that his personality is that he's boring. He's a boring person. And we use adjective plus ed when we describe the state in a moment of someone. For example, I'm bored. It means that now in this moment I'm bored, but it's not my personality. It doesn't mean that I'm a boring person. So here it ends the explanation of adjective of personality, phrasal verbs, and the difference between this adjective plus ing or
The conditionals, also known as if clauses, are structures we use to talk about events, possible events, and the effects of them. They describe the result of something that might happen or might have happened but didn't. We have four main types, each one with different tense. First of all, the zero conditional. It is widely said that it's not a true conditional as both events described happen. We normally use this conditional to talk about things that are always true, general truths and general habits. Then it consists of two parts. The if clause, where you can also use when, as it is something that is always true, plus the main clause, where we both use present simple in the if clause and in the main clause. Then it would be if or when plus present simple, comma, present simple. For example, if you hit ice, it melts. If I stay up late, I feel awful the next day. Then, the first conditional. This conditional is used to talk about possible events or likely things that might happen in the future. The structure of this conditional is if plus present tense, present simple tense, comma, will plus infinitive. It's very important to use will, as you cannot use going to or the future with ing, because it's not a clearly defined plan. It's more like a kind of prediction. For example, if it rains, I will stay home, or if I pass the advanced, I will throw a big party. Okay, the second conditional. This conditional is used to talk about impossible or unlikely situations in the future. We can recognize this conditional because in the if clause we use the past simple instead of the present simple. This indicates it's an unlikely or impossible situation to happen. For example, if I won the lottery, I would sail around the world. Or, I don't know, if I played for Barcelona, I would earn a lot of money. And finally, the third conditional. This one is used to speculate about the past. I mean, things that didn't happen in the past and their imaginary results. The structure it follows is if plus past perfect, comma, would or might or could, plus have, and past participle. So it's the tense is the easiest here is the present perfect. For example, if I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. Then we can also deal with mixed conditionals, which are the ones that contain a part of one conditional and a part from another. A mix, for example, of the second and third would be if I had done this, I would be rich now, for example. It's not always necessary to follow this order. You can do it the other way around. For example, I would be rich now if I had done that.